Well, hello there. Hopefully we are going here. Assuming I did everything right. I'm not sure. I hope you can hear me in some capacity. And this isn't terrible, but yes, hello to the Porter Robinson stream, the listening party. Porter is here for a crazy album, which I've already heard. I've already done a full reaction to it at this point, so you can go check that out if you'd like to. But I'm going to make sure everything is working at some point. I think it is. I think I'm just a little behind on the stream. Oh, we are here. Hello. Let's go. Welcome. I'm excited for this. I'm very curious to hear everyone else's opinions on stuff. That is a huge point of why we do these in particular, because I want to hear those opinions, seriously, because there's lots to talk about in all aspects of this record. So I feel like I need to add let's see if I can do this. Add the old Porter stuff right behind here. Let's do this. That might fall. We'll see. We'll leave it there for now. See, I don't have the vinyl yet. I don't have the new one yet. I don't have the new vinyl yet. It's coming at some point, but I do not have it yet. So that is that. So the movie just hit the credits. Oh, that's amazing, Figment. New record. It's kind of crazy. Do you think Katonie some freestyle sounds more like Do Re Mi Fa off Nurture? Kind of, not a ton. I don't think so. Not individually, but I'm excited to get into this. I hope you guys are too. The Porter Robinson listening party for Smile. I want to say Smile XD all the time because it's Knock Yourself Out XD, and so I keep wanting to say like Smile XD, but that's not how it goes. It's not what it is. But that is besides the point. Let's hop into this. I think we just need to get into the record and get into the album. Yes. Porter Robinson's third studio album is here with Smile, and it is another twist and turn for Porter Robinson. It's stylistic in tone, in narrative, in production, in a lot of areas. It's quite different, and it's quite fascinating even to have Worlds, Nurture, and Smile so differently from one another. And so, let's, without any further ado, let's hop into it. I'm pretty sure I've got all the audio stuff figured out. I was having issues with it earlier. As I said that, the audio it decided to go out on me, so hopefully this goes well. So here we go. This is the first track we're going to be listening to, Knock Yourself Out, XD, Let's Do It.
I threw my phone into the sea. Simple human being wouldn't know how to brush my teeth without asking my team. Living in the afterglow of everything you feel. But baby, I'm a short-lived joke, as soulless as I seem. And I'm everything you talk about. Why should you keep letting yourself be let down? If I'm everything you talk about, I'm in the mirror, baby, let it all out. Knock yourself out. Knock yourself out. Don't know my schedule on the 5th. Bitch, I'm Taylor Swift. Got 100 million on my wrist. Physically sick. And at the airport, I'm sorry, can I get a pic? Telling me a sad story. Another reason not to quit. And I'm everything you talk about. Why should you keep letting yourself be let down? If I'm everything you talk about, I'm in the mirror, baby, let it all out. Knock yourself out.
Okay, Knock Yourself Out XD. What do we think of that track? That track has been out for a little bit now, and as always on these streams, if you're tuning in live, we do voting. We have voting primarily just to kind of see where we think tracks are in relation to one another. That's kind of the main purpose of it, is to see kind of, where they rank within its own record, within the own stuff, because you can't really know who's listening to each thing, but Knock Yourself Out XD, the second single to be released and the now lead track of this album. This one grew on me a ton, not gonna lie. Right off the top, I was a little hesitant on how much I enjoyed it or what I thought about it. And over time, I was like, oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite songs off the album, I think. Over time, I just realized, this is really good. I really, really enjoy this. And so, this is a great one. This is like, I do think this song, I understand why it's in the first, just knowing with what's coming up later, because this is very much the quintessential song of the album. This is like it's a great opener and establishes where we're going with tone, and it is like a mixture of everything. It's got a little bit of those more synthy electronic elements that songs like Cheerleader or Russian Roulette or Is There Really No Happiness have to it, but also has that more kind of indie, digicore kind of sound that other songs do, like Perfect Pinterest Garden or like even Mona Lisa, something like that. So this song really is the kind of perfect blending and melding of all the different styles here. So I enjoyed it a lot. I think it's fantastic. And so we will move right along, though. We will end the poll there. I really thought this track was great. And the Porter just absolutely knocked it out of the park with this whole record, I would say. So I'm assuming most of you that are watching now have listened to the album at this point, so I'd be shocked if this was a first listen for a lot of you. But let's move on to the next track, though. My personal favorite of the album, I will say, is Cheerleader. Let's do it.
I can tell you're acting your heart out, and she's addicted, obsessed, like I know I can fix it. She's got hearts in her eyes, and she draws me kissing other guys. Her love, the type where she don't know where to draw the line. Cheerleader, thought she needed me, but I need her. It's not fair, 'cause I know you like the back of my hands. Don't you care? I gave you everything. Now I'm feeling when you're not there. It's kinda sad how it's not your fault you're living in a madhouse. I can't back down, aren't you tired of blending into the background? She's got hearts in her eyes, saying, boy, you better watch the time. 'Cause if you're not mine, I'd rather see you burn alive.
A little harsh, but I mean, whatever.
Says she hates me 'cause I'm
Interesting prediction there. We're trying to be correct.
It's not fair, 'cause I know you like the back of my hands. Don't you care? I gave you everything. Now I'm feeling when you're not there. Somehow I don't even know what she does now. But do I wish her the best, or do I actually miss her?
Classic Porter Bridge.
She had hearts in her eyes, she was rooting for me all the time. Her love, the type that makes you dedicate your life. Oh my cheerleader. Thought she needed me, but I need her. It's not fair, 'cause I know you like the back of my hands. Don't you care? Gave you everything, that feeling when you're not there. That feeling when you're not there.
Oh, Cheerleader. Sorry for the jump scare there. I yelled really loudly. Cheerleader. Oh my goodness, this track absolutely blew me out of the water. On first listen, on like when we heard, oh my gosh, it does 100% stand out right now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this track, absolutely nuts. This is the like real perfect culmination of, if Knock Yourself Out was the perfect example of what the holistic record is, I think. Cheerleader is the kind of holistic, just Porter Robinson song, period. Like this sounds like a great melding of worlds, of nurture, of smile. Like this is a true, like, this is the Porter sound, I would say, if anything, is Cheerleader up to this point, if you were to kind of combine all three. Yeah, I think it's absolutely ridiculously good. I love the synth melody. I love the run. I love the narrative here following these kind of parasocial relationships. The idea of, yeah, if you don't know, parasocial relationship is the idea that like, this is a great example actually, is this live stream, is that I don't know who you are at all. I have no idea who you are behind this screen, behind this camera, but you kind of know who I am. You get a little feel for my personality, and I can get little snippets of it, of who you are from like chat, but so much more less am I knowing about you than you are about me. And so sometimes people have the feeling that they have this relationship that if you were to meet me in person, you would feel like we're best friends, where I wouldn't know anything about you, but you would maybe potentially know a lot about me. And so that's the idea of parasocial relationship. And I love the fact that kind of Porter turns it on its head in the back end here of this track, of being like, of the person listening to Porter, or the fan of Porter, like needs Porter, and it has this relationship. And then how Porter flips it and goes, no, actually, Porter needs the fans as well, and they need that person, and he needs the audience, and he needs the people that support him, and how he's actually dependent on them as well, as much as maybe they are on him. So, yeah, brilliant song. This was the lead single. I think a lot of people have heard it up to this point, but yeah, absolutely brilliant, magnificent, and 94% standout is crazy. That is the highest number we've ever had on these listening parties ever, that we've done. And we've done a lot of listening parties for a lot of albums. So crazy. Yeah, that's nuts. So, okay, let's move into the next track, though. This was the third single to be released, as we got the first three singles off the top, or the other singles. This is Russian Roulette, the longest track of the album at 6.5 minutes. Here we go. No bow tie. It's very hot here, so no bow tie.
You
Again, just another classic Porter Bridge. Not gonna lie, if I died, I want everyone to make memes. Okay, we'll make memes, Kazooie, if you die.
Suggests the song is coming to a close. That's the format we're used to. Cliches like this are beautiful, because they reflect us, and we are beautiful. Take, for example, this chord progression. It only became taboo because it was too powerful. That's why you won't forget it. Don't kill yourself, you idiot.
Okay, Russian Roulette. What did we think of that track? This one, I've heard some of you guys saying that you're talking about you're not loving the long length of this. Some of you said. I think the length is great. I think it's perfect. I mean, personally, I'm a fan of longer songs, and so I think longer, more drawn-out tracks like this are incredible. And I don't think it actually feels too long. I think the really sentimental, intentional bridge there is really great, and it really provides a good juxtaposition to just someone else mentioned in the chat of just like the craziness to go from funny monkey takes a piss into his mouth crazy to then I want to like thank my dad one more time, don't kill yourself is crazy. I think it's nuts, and it's brilliant because this song really does narratively talks about the idea of playing Russian roulette with being sort of like a workaholic of sorts, of the idea that there are things that can consume your life, whether it's work, whether it's a certain thing, whether it's like drugs, I guess even, but something can control and take over your life, and essentially you are playing Russian roulette and constantly like flipping that chamber and putting a gun to your head and saying like, is this really where we're going? Like, is this meant to be the purpose of my life of doing this? And the recognition that like, oh my gosh, don't what's the word? Burn out. Like this song is burnout in a song, pretty much, is the best way to put it. So the song, yeah, essentially talks about don't burn yourself out, and because sometimes you might shoot yourself in the head and then you cause irreparable damage and you like Burnout as a person, as a human, as a creator. And so that's explored a little bit more later on in the album, and we'll get to that at some point. But yeah, brilliant track. I loved it. I love the production as well. I like the big final like Euro dance, almost like trancey finale. It was super fun. Really enjoyable track. Again, another one that I think we've all heard to some extent. So yes, there we go. We will move on from there, though, with another crazy votes there. Someone voted meh, though. But we will move into the first, and this is the technically release single of the album. And so here we go. This is some new stuff, some new tracks that technically we have not heard yet from the singles. This is Perfect Pinterest Garden. Let's do it. Also the shortest one. I get burnt out making this sandwich.
Just want you to pay. Keep you there in my pocket, cause you got in the way. I know you're so much better. Do you understand? I got your name on my sweater
Dark Tommy.
and your life in my hands. Oh, 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 oh. And I don't need my fucking money, I need you to pretend. Just a little simulation of being a friend. I think we all feel better when you play the game. Somebody's gotta say the things I'm trying not to say. Oh, oh, oh. Somebody's gotta say the things I'm trying not to say. Oh, oh, oh. Somebody's gotta say the things I'm trying not to say. Let's go out. You said I couldn't let my guard down no matter where I was. Let's turn around. I'm so dramatic, it's a consequence of what I've done. Hold on,
Key change.
darling. I know a place where I won't be spotted.
It's just a pitch change.
Pinterest garden, or get a job to kids restarted. And if you saw me, a stranger in the streets, could you tell me you love me? Maybe we should both make real friends. Somebody's gotta say the things I'm trying not to say. Somebody's gotta say the things I'm trying not to say. Somebody's gotta say the things I'm trying not to say. Somebody's gotta say the things I'm trying not to say.
Okay, Perfect Pinterest Garden. What do we think of that track? A bit of a quicker one, I would say, all things considered, with what we've got so far on the record. Yeah, this was one that I would say a little underwhelming for me personally, comparatively to what we had of so far up to this moment. And yes, I mentioned it in my reaction video, and someone mentioned it earlier. I think Dark Tommy. This sounds a lot like the 1975, and apparently it also mixed with the Strokes. I don't listen to a ton of the Strokes, but it sounds very like this is the moment in the record where you go, oh, like this is kind of the direction of where we're going stylistically now, of this kind of very indie, kind of poppy style of the record, because spoiler, a lot of the tracks more or less sound like this than anything else that we've heard so far. Not like a Knock Yourself Out or Cheerleader or Russian Roulette. The other tracks tend to more sound like this one does in particular. So, yeah, I think it's a fun one. This is one narratively that I'm still trying to grasp my head around. My assumption and the idea, I think, all kind of comes around that final line in the verse 3 where it says, maybe we should both make real friends. And I think the idea here is, I mentioned this again in my review, but the Perfect Pinterest Garden is a bit of an oxymoron because Pinterest is obviously like a digital board. It's a digital space where a garden is very physical. And so I think the idea is that what you're prefacing and what you're showing to the world is this like picture perfect Pinterest board of I'm showcasing myself as this well put together person and well put together like identity, and I have this great life, and like a lot of like Instagram and social media, we all talk about like, or we all feel like we have this perfect life, and you see everyone have this like amazing stuff, and everything feels so good and wonderful, and that's sort of the comparison to gardens of the past before the internet era, and when things were I guess a lot less digital. You would walk by and see that, oh, you had a well-kept garden and a groomed garden and beautiful flowers, and they smell great, and the idea of this like the Pinterest board, the online social presence has become what the gardens were in the past, walking past me like, oh wow, they feel like they have it all put together. And this idea of feeling like we're constantly like kind of walking past each other's gardens of sorts online. And then that kind of end part of verse 3 where it says, maybe we should make real friends. Like we keep looking at this and like, if you saw me, a stranger on the streets, could you tell me you love me? Maybe we should make real friends. So yeah. That's that. So let's move on to at least I think the next track. So Someone Genius thought it was a struggle in showing true feelings in a relationship. I saw that too. Astral Infinity. That is not. I heard someone, especially on Genius, say that it's about a true struggle of feeling emotions in a friendship. It is not that. It is not about that. They're just hearing the chorus of saying somebody's got to say things I'm trying not to say and thinking that's what it is. So here we go. But yeah, that is that one. As we move into Year of the Cup, here we go.
It's none of my goddamn business what's in the cup, but it's a beautiful thing, man.
But it's not a beautiful thing because nobody knows what's in the cup. That's the whole thing. Unless you come up and drink what's in my cup, then how can you say it's a beautiful thing? Also, when people drink alcohol, they react. So whatever the hell was in my cup, the only reaction I did was got more popular, more successful,
Water.
did a lot more things that I've ever done. Picked up a guitar, learned how to play it, learned how to put on the auto-tunes and stretch my voice. I probably should pick that cup back up.
She does have a similar intro to that Taylor Swift one.
I took out all of my shame on a random guy who probably liked me, and that night it was the obvious first time you were disappointed. I spewed out that irresponsible mantra. I'm sorry I'm like this.
What the hell was in his cup? Whatever he was drinking must be a motherfucking success potion.
I love that that's in this
song. Something's in the air like vanilla. I got on my Facebook and that time I had the courage to call her and tell her that I loved her. I guess that screaming at my audience works and everyone likes it. I dreamed of cutting my Achilles heel, wanting people like me.
Don't judge me. Trying to say, yeah, he should have put the cup down. Why? What did he do wrong? Name it. He was on 60 Minutes with Katie Curry. Was you? No. I mean, people understand that. Don't judge me.
I can't go to sleep 'cause my mind keeps ringing with times that I laid out everything wrong with me up on stage. It's embarrassing. Fuck you. You don't deserve me. The bus went totally silent and help me. Was what I meant to say is I gnashed my teeth right in front of you.
Yeah, I kind of put the cup down for a minute, but ain't nothing in the cup right now but some wine. I drank Dolce. That's about it. That's the only thing in the cup right now. But honestly,
I asked you if I never change, would you love me? Expecting the negative, clever, turning the question around to me. It was obvious, I hate this version of me that was safe and sanitized thoroughly. You think you'll let people down and divine some perfect apology. The answer was obvious. The answer was obvious. The answer was obvious. The answer was obvious.
What's in the cup? Is it really none of my goddamn business?
Okay, Year of the Cup. What do we think about that track? And how it lands in the whole grand scheme of things. Personally, I will say off the bat, and I don't think I am in the minority here. I think this is the worst, if I could say, a song of the album. I don't think it's a bad song. I just think it's the worst of the album. I think it's the least enjoyable to listen through. I do think there's a little bit too much of the Lil Wayne interview. If you didn't know that kind of the conversation in between there. Was Lil Wayne and some other guy, Tim something? I can't remember exactly, but where is it? Tim Westwood. And so this interview from a while ago with Lil Wayne talked about the cup. And the idea about this song, at least from what I've gathered, is the cup represents essentially that good things can come from bad moments, where you can have a real lapse of judgment, and sometimes things work out, and sometimes things work, and they just happen to work the way, but sometimes they don't, and they can get they can be bad. Like, he can be yelling at a fan. Earlier he talks about like yelling at a fan and just saying, what was it exactly? Screaming at the audience. Yeah, everyone likes it, and yeah. So that's that. But then also talking about at some point the idea that it seems like he's mentioning here where he says he had, I'm trying to find the exact line for it. 1 second. Yes. Something's in the air like vanilla. I got on my Facebook, and at that time I had the courage to call her and tell her I loved her. Is sort of what my assumption is reading this is. It says that it's like, hey, this is Porter's under the influence of, I don't know, something or some state of mind, and he has the courage to finally call, liquid courage, I guess, alcohol, to call, assuming Rika for the first time and say he loved her and something like that. And so how that can be a good thing that comes from a not good thing. And I think that's the whole allegory here for Porter's kind of life, of him feeling down and him feeling not great about maybe himself and his attitude, and maybe he didn't have a great like year mentally wise or emotionally with other people, and maybe burnt bridges, but how in the end a good thing can come of it, and this album is that thing that can come from it. So that's at least my assumption from here. So there's a lot of really dense narrative stuff in here. I will say a lot of stuff that I've listened to this album a bunch of times now already in the little bit that it's been out, and there's still things that I'm trying to constantly kind of grasp for and understand. So I think that's kind of where I think those ones lands for me. And so production wise, I think it's this is the more obviously more sentimental one of the most of it all, that is a lot more geared towards the narrative here than it is about the real productions of the song. Like this is an interlude-esque style song where it's meant to be to convey where the project is going, rather than necessarily be like a single style track that you put on over and over again. So that's what I think about that. So, but can you please play the feedback automate bell pepper? I have no idea what that is, and we're gonna maybe at the very end we'll see, but we're gonna stick to Porter for now. So but here we go. This is the other single that was already released. This is Katonie Freestyle. Here we go.
just found the thing that's haunting me. Like, I felt like, you know, if I grow out my eyelashes, or if I get a haircut, or if I get Estee Lauder night serum or whatever, if I get that new outfit, like, I got my like teeth fixed. I regret it so much, man. Like I can't get the teeth that my mom gave me back in my mouth. Yeah, for 3 weeks that's gonna be it. Stupid.
Trying not to feel, trying to look good, trying not to feel, trying to look good, trying not to feel bad.
Katonie, my son, freestyle. What do we think of that track? That one is was the, I should say, fourth single, the one to be released a week ago from today-ish. Yeah, a week ago from today, a week and a couple hours. But yeah, this one is good. I enjoy it. I don't think it's my absolute favorite from the album, but I think this is another just example of how this is more of a narratively driven project than it is a production-wise one. This is, it's meant to be more of a reflective single in piece than it is meant to be a truly just jam on and not really listen to. The production side of things. So I really enjoyed it. I think it's lots of fun. This one is interesting because this obviously follows the same narratives here of what Porter's talking about, and the idea that sometimes we try to look good to try to impress others and even ourselves. And I'm sure most of you know the feeling of like when you put on clothes that you like really like, you're like, oh, I feel good. I feel like more confident about myself. You like do your hair, you put on like good stuff. You're like, oh, I feel good. I feel ready to go. And how sometimes that spills over so much so where you want to do all this stuff and dress a certain way so that other people, that you get the validation of sorts from other people, and how that's in the end that's not like it feels good in the moment to get the validation, but that's not a long-term way to a healthy thing long-term, because he spells it out very explicitly in that kind of interlude where he says like I got my teeth fixed and he regrets it and I can't get his mother's teeth back that are like made him who he was, and so yeah, I think it's a great one narratively, not as bold production wise, and so that's that. So we will end the poll there and head into the next track. I don't want to give any spoilers, but the next one, I won't give any spoilers for the that haven't heard it. But let's hop into the next track. This is Easier to Love You. Porter definitely wrote the thing about the tie for Bowtied Media. He totally did. He wrote that part about a tie specifically because he watches Bowtied Media religiously, I'm sure. Porter's probably here in chat just lurking.
I found a letter
you, Viangry.
The person will both be eventually.
Love the vibe.
I'll pick up painting.
Does feel like autumn.
And I'll join the gym. I can't shake the feeling that I'll be happy by the time I'm him. And there would be so much easier to love you if you could only see yourself like me. And wouldn't it hurt much less when you were lonely if you could only see yourself
Wow, Kazooie.
like me?
Oh, hey, David.
Please be disappointed in me. Isn't it obvious I wasn't who you think it would be?
Blossom for self-love. I like that.
So much easier to love you if you could only see yourself like me. And wouldn't it hurt much less when you were lonely if you could only see yourself like me?
Okay, Easier to Love You. What do we think about that track? I will say this is probably one of my favorite songs on the album. I think this probably is number 2 to Cheerleader. Because of the real narrative here. Like, this is, so I made a prediction early on that this was going to be that this album was going to have no love songs. That's incorrect, because this is a love song that is to yourself. Actually, this is a song that is a love song to yourself, that also, like Viangry Geek says, and thank you for the super chat, it feels like a very autumn kind of vibey production that just feels like very lighthearted and almost dreamy. Like, I literally can picture myself like laying down in on a gravel road or something like that with like leaves falling, like the perfect orange leaves. I don't know if you guys, where you live, you have autumn as normally, but narratively here, this is so fascinating because it's Porter talking to himself from the past / the future, and the idea that there's a line. I don't know if there's a classic trope in music and writing where you say, or just in general, like where you talk to someone else and you say, I wish you could see the way that I see you. You know what I mean? Like, if you're personally feeling down on yourself and someone else knows, like, hey, no, like, I see so much more like potential in you, and I see you're more beautiful than you think you are, and I wish you could see the way that I see you, like the way that the world sees you, and you're trying to be uplifting to something like that. But Porter kind of flips that on its head here and says, if you could only see yourself like me, and the idea that he's twisting it, and he can see the past version of himself is talking, or the future version of himself is, no, one or the other, but it's talking to their old self. The present version is talking to the old self and saying, I wish you could see yourself like I see myself in the future. And the idea of you don't need to be too hard on yourself in one capacity or another, but to recognize and go like, hey, like I'm not a perfect person, and I want to be the best person I can be, and you want to strive to be the person that you think you're going to be. Like, great example right now, personally, I'm not like going to the gym right now. I feel like I should be going to the gym. I should be doing all this stuff, and I'm not right now, and I want to. And I tell myself in the future I'm going to be that person that's super fit, that's do all this stuff, and I will be that person in the future. And when I get to that point in the future where I look back and go, oh, that actually wasn't me, because that was me last summer that said the same thing of I was going to do that, and then now this summer I'm not. And so I'm telling myself of I can still be that person that I thought I was going to be in the past. And constantly I think to constantly strive for, rather than be disappointed in the person you are now, to be continually working towards being that person that you thought you were going to be when you were younger. And so it's an ongoing journey that is never ends, I guess, until we die. But that's, yeah. Midnight Rila, thank you for the super chat. Been one of my favorite music critics for years. Love your focus on electronic music. Keep it up. Hope the album will continue to grow on you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm loving it. So, yes. Also, what does the 5 mean? I don't know what the 5 means next to it. Is that like your 5th time? I don't know. Is it 5-year anniversary? This channel's only been up for 4 years, so I don't know. But thank you. I love the support. It really, really helps the channel in some capacity, and help me also just do stuff like this all the time. So I appreciate it a lot. And so, also I gotta move this thing so I can actually see. I'm gonna. It doesn't. I don't know. Yeah, great. Okay, let's move right along. Sorry for that little long, whatever you want to call it. I like the song a lot. I really, really like the song a lot. And so it's a fifth super chat. Okay, well, thank you. And so, yes, I adore that song very much so, and I think it's incredible in all aspects. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention, because again, I want to go talk about the song more. I love the beautiness of, in the first verse, it's just Porter's like kind of raw vocals, and then in the second verse and chorus, and moving on to the song, he adds this layered pitched up vocal that talks about or that continues to harmonize with his regular vocals, and that is meant to represent the old self. It's meant to represent the old self. It's the two people coming together and talking the past and present all together in one unison. So really liked it, because Bowtied yapping. Hey, chill. But yes, I'll stop. We'll move on. Here we go. This is Mona Lisa with Frost Children. Let's do it. I agree, Project. I heard lots of churches in it. Things.
Stars. I remember everything. Do you remember me? Am I just one more face through the door? What's it all for? I'm taking you home to lay blood on my face. What can I say? I'm taking you home. One more face through the door. What's it all for? I'm taking you home to lay blood on my face. What can I say? I'm taking you home. One more fucking face through the door. One more fucking face through the door. Mona Lisa, darling, you're still life, darling. Any minute I'll wait for you.
Damn, Mona Lisa. What do we think of that track? I know how I feel about that track. Personally, one of my favorites. I think top 3 for sure. I love this like real like indie, or I don't even know, like alt pop, like not alt pop, like alt rock kind of style and sound. Very much, I've heard a couple people like it. It's got a Churches-esque vibe to it, as well as My Chemical Romance kind of just vibe to it. And I guess, I don't know if that's like an alt synth pop, alt synth rock, whatever you want to call it, but I think it's great. I think it's beautiful. I've now come to kind of realize what this song is about. Originally, I wasn't really sure what the Mona Lisa was. I thought this was like kind of some love relationship with the painting and this like old, I don't know what it was exactly, but you can hear my original thoughts, I guess, on it, on my reaction video, but I think the idea of this track is that Porter is sort of taking on the moniker of a Mona Lisa here. That Porter is essentially the Mona Lisa that people come and see all the time. He's the center focus, and people just come through, millions and millions of people all the time, and just see who he is and see his face, and there is no like. There's no two-way relationship there, similar to what Cheerleader talks about, and how it's just it's just this like people come and he's a spectacle, and it's this thing that he is just there to be observed, and he's there to be like looked at and be a spectacle for people to see. And particularly here, I'm realizing now that this final verse here, this verse 3 that talks about, am I just one more face through the door? What's it all for? I'm taking you home. I think the idea of this like kind of crazed fan of this, like this idea that there is this person that's like losing their mind. They're like, no, like I'm going crazy. Like if someone would go up and try to steal the Mona Lisa type thing, that you've had this like almost like this obsessive feelings towards this painting or this person, this spectacle that is Porter Robinson, and how you literally like take it and you're like, this is me, like I'm gonna take you home, I'm gonna like you're mine now, like I love you so much that you can't get away from it. And so and I think getting hit by security in some capacity, or like too late, blood on my face, like that they've made the commitment at that point to go hard, and they're obviously getting stopped in some capacity. So I think that's at least where I see this album, or where I think I see this song going, and I love it. I think production-wise, again, this is great. I love what Frost Children added to this track as well, in both the instrumentation of the guitar parts and the vocals from Lulu, or Angel Frost, I think is their name. One of the two, or something like that. But I again, song I think is really great. This is like this is a really new style of Porter for sure. So yeah. We will end that there, though. End the poll there. And so, Hoxie, welcome. Was paid billions of dollars to say this was the best album ever? No. You think Porter paid me money for the stream of, I'm thankful you're here, but all 50 of you that are here, that I was paid billions of dollars to tell 50 people that this was the greatest album of all time. I guess with the reaction video too, but like, I know you're just memeing, but I mean, I wish I was paid billions of dollars to say this is great, because I wouldn't have to lie either, because I just love this. So Porter gave you skabillions of dollars. Yeah, portillions of dollars. Okay, let's move on to the next track, though. This is everything, or is there really no happiness? Here we go. Yeah, right, Kaiko.
like a joke, I swear that I wrote. I know I'm not alone and wondering. The vertigo of trying to get close to who I was before remembering. And I want it to be wrong when it's over and done. Is there really no happiness without this feeling? Give me a drug, bottle your love. Is there really no happiness without you near me? It's so making love to the memory. You think I've been chasing the track and you've been watching me weep, saying some things are bad and left remembered. How's that help me? Well, maybe it's my fault, 'cause I'm so nostalgic. There's some of my habits had you sharing my accent, and you're just like me. I feel like I trained you. I've been trying to change, but I don't know how to change you. Oh, whoa. And I want it to be wrong when it's over and done. Is there really no happiness without this feeling? Give me a drug, bottle your love. Is there really no happiness without you near me? It's so.
You know, Porter, some people die of nostalgia. So you better look out. Just kidding. Come on.
Okay, what do we feel about that one? Is there really no happiness? I don't know why I bothered singing that, but what do we think of that one? This is the one that was really the kind of kicker that was the final. I spoil a little bit for the final track, but that high energy sort of final movement of this like more upbeat song that's more like a Cheerleader or Russian Roulette, that has that kind of classic electronic synthy heavy vibes to it that a lot of people come to know and love from Porter Robinson. And so, yeah, that's this is a great song. This one, I love the synth pattern, like just the vocal, like it just like it's so just so fun and so just engaging, and I think it's a little quick, honestly. Like it does feel like it comes like 320 is not, or 319 is not a super long runtime. It does feel like it goes by pretty quickly comparatively to some other ones, I guess, because we have longer 4-minute tracks here. But yeah, this is another one that I'm still trying to figure out exactly where this is narratively, because it kind of talks about it talks a lot about nostalgia, and so the main line is, "There really no happiness without you near me." I'm unsure if this is specifically talking about nostalgia, or if this is the love song to like Rika, his now wife. And so I think this is more about nostalgia. I think this is the idea of there really no happiness without you near me, of you being the hit of nostalgia. Is there really no happiness in where we are in the current present? We always have to be looking back at the past to be like, oh, that was the best time, and that was the golden era back then. That was the best. Like we do that all the time, specifically, and I find myself doing it a lot too, of being always looking back in the past and being like, oh no, that was the best. Oh no, that was the best, and so seldomly looking at the time and going, no, this is like great. Like this moment that we're in right now, it's fantastic. It's amazing. And so, yeah, that's what I think is more or less what this song is about specifically. So, yeah, let's move on to our final track of the album. No, but yeah, here we go. This is Everything to Me.
you know me. I guard my soft mind, 'cause I have to, didn't want to, and it's you and me, and the air in between. All of me and all of you, nothing else in the room. This seems like it's everything to me. If this is goodbye, if I won't see you again,
Oh, Glacier's here. Hello.
on a corner with your phone in hand. If ironies
When's the
are
Glacier album
true,
listening party?
maybe I should be king. Crush me like a plushie, I'll be one of your things. And maybe I'm addicted to the look in your eyes. It's hard to say you've had enough when you get this high. I shouldn't say I love you, I don't know your name, but I'll just say it anyway, 'cause it feels the same when it's you and me, and the air in between. All of me and all of you, nothing else in the room. This seems like it's everything to me.
Okay, that is the final track of the album. Everything to Me, a very somber interlude, or not interlude. What were we looking for? What's the name for the? I can't remember. What's the prelude at the ending? I can't remember in my head, but yes, a very just like very emotional final gut punch wrench to the record to finish it off, because this is I think the greatest example of what this album was trying to accomplish, and I think now in hindsight I recognize why he went with this very more intimate final, more laid back outro track, because this is the point of the album. This album wasn't meant to be this explosive, grand, fun, like like earworm of everything is supposed to be like Cheerleader, Russian roulette kind of stuff. This is meant to be his most personal, his most intimate, his most like real, like getting to the emotional center of who Porter Robinson is. And I think this does a great a great job of recognizing that this is what the album was trying to accomplish, and this track does a great job of that. Because he really he leaves it all out on the field here, and really is quite explicit at the end of like this is everything. Like, it's you and me, it's the air in between. Like, this is everything to Porter is the fans, like the music, the whole creation, the everything that is everything to Porter. Like, without this music, Porter would essentially, he's saying he's got nothing. And so, yeah, I think it's brilliant. I like the just simple acoustic stuff. Also, I missed it this other time too, but apparently there is the Get Your Wish melody in here at some point. I totally missed to listen to it this time. It's important to note that after this chorus, Porter plays the melody to a song off of his last album, Get Your Wish. I'm trying to remember the next part here, so let's go back and I'm trying to listen to is it the first chorus? Is it after this chorus? Whoops. Where's the Get Your Wish melody? I don't know. I cannot hear it. But you know me. Did I miss it? I hear it. It's at 3:10, around 2:36. Am I crazy? Am I a fake fan? Okay. Yeah, I think I heard it there. It's subtle. I'll tell you that for sure. It's not like a it's not meant to be a very forefront of it. It's just a small little homage, I guess, to it. So, yeah, there it was though. So, I guess it's multiple times. I think it's after each chorus. So, we will end the poll there though. We have to do that at one point. So, let's see where we've got with voting wise here of where everything lands stylistically. Yeah. Oh man. Wow. Okay. Let's. Can I get this? Oh, I'm totally gonna ruin everything by doing this. You ready? My whole screen's gonna go crazy in a second. Wait. Maybe I can. Voting. Did I do this correctly? Oh no. I have a random thing on the top here. Google Sheets. Bam. That is our scores for the album as a stream. These were our favorite tracks in order. Cheerleader is Really No Happiness, Mona Lisa, Russian Roulette, Easier to Love You, Everything to Me, Knock Yourself Out, Perfect Pinterest Garden, Year of the Cup, and Continue My Some Freestyle. I very much agree with this. So this is very interesting because like these tracks are all standout, and I agree that these are all standout. But this 4, 5, 6 in the middle of the album is, I think, the weakest part of the record. And so if I'm being really critical and talking about like critically analyzing things, I do think that midsection is actually the most like the weakest part of the record. And that's not a bad thing. I just feels more like a point where I'm like, okay, it starts really hot and it ends really hot. It just has this kind of wanes a little bit in the middle. But yeah. I think this album is fantastic. I think it's amazing. I love Porter Robinson. I think this is just like, it's so good. I probably, and I said this in my reaction video, I think this is probably the weakest of the 3 Porter albums. But that is you. How do you beat this? Like, how the fact that this is like, I think this is. This might be a little bit of a hot take. This might be pretty close to on par with Nurture, for me personally. And so I recognize, and I think that there's a lot more of this that I've come to appreciate over the times and over the years that I've done Bowtied now and done this channel, that I'm realizing that I care a lot more about the narratives and what it's trying to say in my general opinion for a project than just the production. I think in the past I've been more production heavy and I've just been more like, oh, what does it sound like? This sounds great. And I've now, I think, matured in my taste a little bit more and gone, okay, no, he's trying to say something really intentional here, and he did on Nurture as well, like, and especially Worlds, like it's not that, but I just think, yeah, Kai Kyle, yeah, his weakest album, but still a 9 out of 10. I could, yeah, maybe agree with that. But yeah, okay. I mean, we already have your guys' opinions for the most part, and so we've done the whole thing there. But I think that's it. I think we are done for the stream here. I think this is our goodbye moment. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for those that super chatted as well. I appreciate you guys a lot, and thanks for sticking around. Thanks for having fun listening to this project with me, and I'm excited to go listen to this a billion more times. Yes, I'm not going to end with the Automate remix. I'm sorry. I'll go listen to it another time. I'm not going to do it on the Porter Robinson album stream. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it, Kazooie. Maybe in I don't know. Frickin' maybe. I don't. What? Let me just look at this up first. Is this on Spotify or is this just on? I feel Infect Automate Remix. What is this one? Oh, wait, from 5 months ago? No, that's not it. 6 months ago? It's over by Glacier. I don't know. Forget it. We're not gonna do it. Play the drop. We'll do it. Guys, is it funny? What is the point of this remix? Yes, it is. It's the one from 6 months ago. Is it literally that one? What's the actual title of the track? Infect Feedback Automate Remix. I'm so scared of this. From 5 months ago? Fine, we'll do it. We'll listen to frickin' Infect and the Automate Remix. I don't know why we're doing this, but here we go. Let's listen to this. Is it actually on Spotify? Can I just listen to it on Spotify? Feedback, I'm sure it is. Feedback Automate. Yeah, okay, let's listen to it. You guys are demand it so much. I can't believe we're ending the Porter Robinson stream with this.
E-K-T. Space music. A-U-T-O.
He's just spelling automate? Thanks for sticking around if you did. I guess we're doing this now. This better be either hilariously funny or terrible.
Microphone check. Microphone check.
Why are we listening to this? Beautiful. I don't get rhythm, personally. I don't get it. Okay, is the second drop any different? Okay, we're done. We're done. Okay, peace out. Have a great day. Rest of your day. Go listen to Porter. Don't go listen to that. Personally, I don't like that stuff. Go listen to more Porter. But thanks for hanging out, guys. I will see you guys in another video. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy for making me do that.